Alright, welcome back to Unbound Chapters Podcast. I'm Sandra.
I'm Isabel.
Smutmas, day 4. Yesterday's video was...
a doozy.
Yeah, it was pretty short, but a lot of crazy things happened.
This one is similar.
Yeah, this one is similar, but I think it was better. Way better than the last book. I really enjoyed this one, actually. Just because I thought the guy was, really funny. But today's...
I enjoyed it for different reasons.
Well, I also enjoyed that as well, but... Okay, so today's video review is Frisky the Snowman. Nope, not Frisky the Snowman. We did that one yesterday. This one is Frosted, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this one is Frosted by Heidi Schmidt. Heidi Schmidt? Yeah. Yeah. This one, it kind of started out obviously, quick, but we didn't really get, a lot of backstory. It was just I'm a witch. That kind of thing. It was just, something really, really random.
It started her in the rain, standing in front of a trash can, trying to make a spell.
Yeah.
To curse her ex-fiancé because they slept with her best friend.
Yeah.
Which... yeah, summon a demon.
Summon a revenge demon, yeah. She, has all of these... Yeah, it's, snowy, rainy kind of situation. There's, piss and shit in this alleyway. She's in some disgusting trash can. She has, frog eyes or something like that, and she needs one kind of ingredient, but all she had was, a moldy or, rotten tomato. She was I looked it up and it said it was interchangeable. Yeah. Maybe not the moldy part, but...
This world is, there are humans, but it is magical, and they know about the magical beings. Because later they talked about some trolls. And they talk about demons and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Witches. And there are humans, because her ex is a human.
Yeah, and he was, a douchebag.
Yeah. So she's trying to do this spell, but she doesn't really... She got the spell off the internet, which is run by the trolls, and the trolls are tricksters. So it was either an incomplete spell, or because she changed the nightshade for a tomato.
Not even a ripe tomato, a moldy tomato. Mm-hmm. I feel that was,
Nah, I feel it was all of it together.
True that, but...
And then she also didn't know what she was doing, so... She was
the lightning struck the trash can, it fell over, she had to pick up all these frog eyes, and it was just a total disaster the whole time she was doing it.
She had to pick up the one lone survivor frog eye, and she was feeling, down on her way back to her apartment, and she passes a snowman and just happens to put the eye in there. Mm-hmm. And bam, sucker comes to life. Yeah,
she doesn't know it yet, but
yeah, not only does it come to life, it switches POVs to the dude. Mm-hmm. He is starts with an L.
A lust demon. It's Asmodeus.
No, yes, but it was something else. It wasn't lust. It's
a lust demon.
No.
Yeah.
No. Look up.
He's a lust demon. He says it many times throughout the whole story. Hold on, let me look up.
I don't know what it is. I know it starts with an L.
He's a lust demon.
No.
I'm gonna stab you. Excessive lust without me. Demon of lust. I am a demon of lust.
No, not that. When he says, the actual demon that... the spell that she was doing... She was trying to do I know what it is now. She was trying to do a treachery spell, but it was a lechery.
She wasn't trying to do treachery, but...
I assumed she was trying to do, a treachery.
Yeah, lechery.
And it came out lechery.
Yeah.
Lechery demon is... Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
He doesn't come in his form. Whatever you put the ingredients into is his vessel.
Like, he would have been a dirty trash can. Like, if it worked.
Can you imagine
reading
a trash can?
No, it would have been a dirty, disgusting trash can with frog eyeballs, one with shit on it, one with piss on it. Like, the snowman was way better. What do you mean? A snowman or a dirty trash can?
I would rather neither.
You have to pick. No. Dirty trash can or snowman?
I don't want to pick.
The answer is snowman on 1,000,000%.
Okay. Anyways, so it comes to light. He's like, what the heck have you done to me? You did something wrong because this form is terrible.
Yeah.
I should not be round like this.
Where's my muscles? Where's my dick?
Why do I have big arms?
Yeah, that was really funny. It was like, it's protruding.
Yeah, she was like, she was gonna leave him down there and just like go home. But he was like, no. The last time someone said they'd be right back, they didn't come back, and I had to spend 4 years on this realm in a time that I will not speak of.
Yeah, he's like scarred by it.
Yeah.
Talking about Vegas and stuff.
Yeah. And he's like, it took going to Vegas, making a deal, and a box of condoms.
Yeah, that's all we get. We don't really know.
Yeah, he doesn't go into depth of it because he says it is the event that will not be spoken of.
Yeah, but she was just like, well, maybe my book will have the spell. And he's like, let me go get it. He was like, no, I'm coming with you. And she's like, bro, you're a snowman. And then, so he starts like, waddle, trying to like get over to like the door threshold and shit. And this part was like so funny.
Yeah, the elevator's broken, so she had to carry him. Yeah,
and he had to complain about that. He was like, don't you have someone to fix this? He's like, what the hell?
And not only did she have to carry him, she had to carry him piece by piece.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, it was a big snowman.
Yeah. You can't just lift up the whole thing.
Yeah, and then she had to open her windows so he didn't melt.
Mm-hmm.
And she was trying to, like, look up stuff, and she finally admitted, like, I don't have a book.
Yeah, and he was like, you idiot.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Like, you're useless.
Yeah, he was like, you went to the trolls for magic? They are tricky. And he was like, the only way to get rid of me is for us to do the deed, and I have to
complete
in you.
I don't know. Does it have to be in her? Does it have to be like just, well, I mean, it kind of worked, but yeah.
So then they were like, oh, well, we can't because nobody made you a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she went to her bedroom.
Before that.
What?
They were on the couch. It was just his head.
Oh.
Don't be skipping all these cold parts.
I forgot.
Yeah. Well, they're just like talking about some things, and she's just like, yo, I'm not about to do this with a snowman. And he's just like...
But he has, like, lust magic.
Yeah. So she can't, like, help wanting to do things because of the kind of demon that he is. So she just, like, goes to the couch. She, like, plops his little head off, goes to the couch, and just, like, sticks it there. And it's the best thing she's ever had, pretty much.
Yeah.
She has to, like, get past, like, the coldness, but she's just like, my ex-fiancé, he would never do that. And she's like, but I always had to do it to him. I'm like, I can't really say, like, what a bitch, because I don't really ask for it, but if she wanted it and he didn't do it, then yeah, that dude's like, bitch. Yeah, so he's just like, oh, the one part that I did not like is she's really warm, and he's obviously made of snow at this moment in time, and when you're doing things, you know, some juices start coming, I would say. So he's, like, frozen to her thighs because he just, her stuff was just freezing, so he's just, like, literally stuck to her, like fucking human centipede or something. And she had to, like, peel him off of her. Her legs are all red and stuff, like, getting frostbite. So that was crazy. So, yeah, they did that. And she was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that.
And then they talked about how he needs to also complete to finish the summoning whatever she did. to do it. She went to her bedroom and got her pink toy and stuck it on there.
Yeah.
To see if it would work.
But also he did her with his carrot too. His carrot nose.
Was that then?
It was before the vibrator.
Oh.
Yeah, because she was like, ugh, like, do not ever, I did not want that carrot in me. But she got off, so more carrots. I'm tired of fucking carrots. Like, I don't want to read any more books about carrots. I really don't. I'm real good on the whole carrot situation. But yeah, I think before she puts it on there, she goes out to get some snow to, like, mold something. And it's, like, in the freezer. So she's like, how about this vibrator thing, right?
I thought she did that first. And he couldn't feel it, so then she went got snow.
Maybe.
Either way.
Yeah.
She tried the toy, but he couldn't feel it, so it wouldn't work. So then she had something in the freezer that she molded for him.
I mean, the vibrator still ended up, like, turning on, and it worked for her, but he couldn't, like, it wasn't gonna, like, magic to him. He was
very frustrated.
Yeah.
So they did, like, a few more things, they ended up watching a movie together, and then she went to bed. And while she's in bed, she was, like, affected by his magic. So she starts helping herself.
Yeah, she was like, oh, I left. It's still attached to him. She's like, oh, great. I can't go back out there. Yeah, this part was really funny.
And while she's doing it, she, of course, can't help but think of him, even in his snowman body. And he comes in, and she feels violated. She's like, dude, knock.
This little wooden sticks. He's like, all right, I knocked.
And he was like, while I'm here, might as well use me. You shouldn't be doing this to yourself in my presence in the first place. If I had my real body. He just always brings up his real body. And
he's so butthurt that he doesn't.
Eyes. He was like, if we had my real hands, if we had my real body, if we had my real
everything.
Yeah, so they do another semi-carrot. The carrot mostly does, like, some poking, rubbing stuff while he has a meal.
Yeah.
And then she goes to bed. He goes back out there. They come out and they start talking about it again. And she's real grumpy. Because she's not, like, she's getting off, but she's not satisfied.
Like, I feel like she is, but at the same time, she wants this snowman out of her house. Just keep the window open. She's, like, chilly. And he never stops talking. He talks so much that, like, I don't know. He was annoying, but I really liked his character. He was so full of himself and so confident about everything. And, I don't know, I laughed so much when he was, like, talking. I was just like, dude, what the heck? Yeah. And they started talking about maybe, like, going to, like, a shop or something to get some ingredients to try it again. She's like, it's, like, Christmas Eve. Like, nothing is going to be open. We literally can't do anything. And then he's like, oh, well, maybe if we, like, ask for help. And she's, like, so annoyed. She's like, we could have had help this whole time? He's like, they're literally going to laugh at me because I'm stuck in, like, a snowman form. Like, this is embarrassing for me. I am, like, a lust demon. I'm, like, so perfect in my job, my body, everything. And this is not my true form. But he's still doing a good job at getting her off and stuff, you know? So he's doing something.
So they decide to get the homemade object out of the freezer, put it on. He feels up on it to see if it works.
Starts jacking it in front of her. She's like, yo, are you jacking off right now?
Yeah, and he was like, let me do this first. So then they do activities with this new appendage. And it works, but, like, not.
He snowflakes. puffs out snowflakes.
Well,
when
it's
he comes.
supposed to be that when he does it, like, he's allowed to leave, but it didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, he still got off, but it did not fit in the requirements to be able to fulfill his summons.
So he's like, we're just going to have to call someone because we cannot figure it out. You can't think straight. And so they make a summoning spell for Satan.
Yeah, he was like, well, let's just call Santa. And she's like, Santa? And he's like, well, thanks to someone who, like, spelled something wrong, it's Satan now.
Yeah, and to summon Satan, you have to make obviously a pentagram on the ground with candles, and then you have to bake cookies for him with special ingredients. So they do all that.
Butter, flour, sugar, eggs, and then some, like, what do you say, like, not doorknob, but something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was some kind of ingredient.
They bake the cookies. He, of course, makes some very lewd cookies, like snowmen with things and doing each other and
effing
boobs.
Snowmen. They were really doing it.
And then she goes to bed, and he stays up, and he's starting to think that maybe Satan just won't show, because he doesn't have to show.
Yeah. And
he shows up, and he's dying laughing at this snowman when he finally realizes that it's his, like, number one lust demon. And he was like, you got tricked by a witch, or you got caught up in something with a witch. And she wakes up to the sound of Satan laughing, thinking it's the TV.
Yeah, she's like, bro, will you turn that shit down? And just freaking out.
Yeah, and she locks herself in the room and she won't come out. And so, what's his name? Lachlan talks to Satan and is like, will you give me, the proper tools to complete this thing so I can go home and get my proper body and come back and do her properly? And he was like, what's in it for me? And he was like, you want to join?
Yeah, I mean, you don't come out often. You might as well, you're here, you might as well join in.
You're behind schedule, might as well come on. So Lachlan goes to the door and, like, starts talking dirty.
Yeah, he's, like, trying to smooth talk her. And he's like, I'm going to give you the greatest, all these other things. Yeah. You're going to beg for me. It's going to be the best you've ever had. Just, like, sweet talking her.
It finally works. She comes out. But first, Satan has to give Lachlan his accessory. And to do that, they have to kiss each other while Satan
I don't think they have to do that. I just think they just, like, want to do it. Because I feel like Satan can do whatever he wants, but, like, he is a luster. Like, Lachlan is a lust demon, so maybe Satan just also can't help himself, you know?
So she's feeling left out, so she goes over there, gets in the middle. They make a... What was her name?
They just called her a witchling until the very, very end.
Yeah, they make a witchling sandwich. And,
She realized that Satan has
two
roosters. She's like, what the?
Accessories. And
one on top of the
Lachlan is thinking to himself, just wait until she sees my two accessories. And they're doing the stuff. Lachlan, they all finish. No, Satan doesn't finish.
Yeah, no, Lachlan still has
The witch and Lachlan finish. And Lachlan, like, melts away and disappears. And then he comes back in his true form. His very tall, muscular, two accessory form.
Now there's 4 roosters amongst
and then they're talking about all the places they could decorate her with these accessories. And they're like, you have 3 spots that could be filled.
3 spots, 2 hands, we're 1 short.
Yeah, so they start thinking about who has 3 accessories that could come and help fill up all of your what word do I want to use? What matches accessories? Anyways, fill up all of your areas of
availability.
There we go. Of availability. And she's like, guys, I don't even know if I can handle you. Let alone you with 2 accessories each. So let's calm down and stop building a roster.
Yeah. She's like, you 2 are probably way more than enough.
Yeah. So they start, like, getting her ready to do some things.
Well, like, when Lachlan was still frozen, it was like Lachlan in one, Satan in one, and then Satan in the back. That's already 3.
He was at the back, but it wasn't in the back.
He was in her.
Well, she said later that he wasn't in her.
Well, she also said that he just all the way didn't even give her any like chance. She's all the way in there. Not he. So it's like already 3. So he still had 1 left over. And now they're talking about like 4 already, but yeah.
Well, yeah, she used 2 of them. And then she... I don't know how to say it. And then she licked one of the candy canes. And there was 1 left over. And the 1 left over... What was it for? Because there was 2, 1... And then did...
I think 1 was just out by itself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and they finished, and she was obviously very tired. So she went to bed. She woke up freezing because the window was still open. And they were both gone. She was like, oh, they didn't say bye, but also good riddance.
She had such a mess to clean up.
Yep.
Candles, drip wax everywhere.
Yep.
Cookie crumbs. Puddle.
She saw a note from...
Remember when, I don't know why they describe it like this, but, like, Satan, he, like, came on her and it's, like, red and...
Yeah, it was red and white striped.
And, like...
I didn't like that it moved, but it was red and white striped.
Yeah, it was, like, it's demon children, apparently. I don't know, just, like... Yeah, that was... Yuck.
And...
Yeah, so that was on the floor, puddles on the floor.
Yeah.
Everything. She had a big mess to clean.
And she saw a note from them saying, maybe we'll see you again soon. She was like, I hope not. And then it's New Year's.
New Year's Eve or something like that.
A week later. She's at a New Year's party. Her ex and new girlfriend, her ex-friend, are there together. She's with some friends and I think co-workers might have been there too. I don't really remember who was there, but it was a pretty big like party at this billionaire.
I don't know anything you're talking about.
At this millionaire's house.
I didn't even know it was that.
And
I just knew she was with her friend like Millie or something.
His name was like Atlas or something, and she was talking to her friend. And
like,
she was like,
"Wow, her parents must hate him."
Yeah.
Of course. He's like...
He was right there, and he was like, well, they actually love me. And then they get to talking, her friend goes away, and then after her friend leaves, he's like, just so you know, it's actually me.
Well, she recognized something was different about, like, the voice, like, the presence. She was like,
well, he said...
This seems familiar.
He called her Witchling, and that's when she, like, really put the pieces together.
Yeah. Before that, he was a bit familiar to her.
And he was talking about how he had to go there to help her save face in front of her ex.
He was the one that told her that her ex and her ex-best friend were there. He's like, oh, we found out that they were going to be here. And then...
And someone else comes up and he's like, oh, well, if you don't want to walk with him, you can walk with me. And she thought it was Satan, but it wasn't. It was actually a revenge
The one she was trying to call.
Yeah, the revenge
There's only one
demon that she was trying to...
Yeah, it's like Beale, something with a B. Beale?
Yeah. Something like that. And he was like, you can walk with both of us and really show him what's what.
Yeah, like these tall, like, ripped, massive guys.
So she walks into the party. She's
Belial.
The...
Belial.
Envy of all girls. Because she's got these two dudes. And Belial?
Yeah.
Shakes her ex's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And for his power to work, all he has to do is shake your hand. And you're cursed. So the curse for him was that he can never... The ex can never finish again.
Yeah, he can never climax.
Unless he helps a girl finish first.
Because he never helped her finish. He was just like, alright, good night. And it was only him that ever finished. So, like, this was hilarious.
Yeah. And then both of those two dudes were like, we got the rest of the night. What are we going to do? And you can assume what they went to go do. Yeah. It wasn't in the book, but.
Yeah, it just said, like, he's like, oh, I think it's going to be a really good year. So. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I really liked Lachlan's character, how, like, sarcastic and quick to everything he was.
I kind of liked his character. Not really. But I did like the book.
Yeah, what would you give this book?
I'm going to give it a 3.
You gave it a 4.
I give the scenes 3.5. Because...
Yeah, it happened a lot. But I really just liked how cocky he was. Like, he just knew. He was like, I can smell you from way over here. She's like, well, get your lust out of the air. She's like, I don't want to feel like this. Yeah, that was like really, really funny. But yeah, I definitely give the book a 4. I agree. 3.5 for me as well. I don't know. I want to read another book with him. With him in it.
I don't think I could read another book of him.
I could. I just liked the way his character had dialogue.
He's too annoying.
I thought he was fucking hilarious.
I thought he was annoying.
No, he was so funny.
I mean, some things, sure, but I thought he was annoying.
I thought she was annoying. Yeah, she really pissed me off a lot. I'm like, just accept it. When are you ever going to experience this again? Just do it. Yeah, she annoyed me, but it was still really funny. Out of, like, the last 4 Smutmas books, yeah, I think this one is my favorite. It's like the Krampus one was like just really random, what the heck, you know? And then I did not like the first Snowman story. Like, that one was so out there.
I don't know which one I liked the most.
Yeah, I think this one so far is my favorite. On our list, I feel like I am gonna like other ones a little bit better, but yeah, so far I think. Well, I also really liked Elf. That one was pretty good too.
Yeah, I would like it more if we learned more about him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And I know that she has 2 more books with 2 different creatures. And they never talked about her being with other people.
Yeah. Well. So. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely think there might be other books on the list that I think I might enjoy more. But yeah, so far I liked this one and Elfed the most. Yeah, we have how many more? 10 more books? This is Smutmas Day 4. 10 more books or 11 more books?
No.
Yeah.
We're doing 12 days. Why would we have
Why did I think it was... In my head I was thinking 15.
No.
How many more books do we have?
8? 7? I don't know.
Okay, yeah, 8 more books. Yeah. So far, this one, I should say, is my favorite. Except for the girl, she was kind of annoying at certain parts. But I still enjoyed it. So, yeah, you can read this one. I'd recommend it to people way more than the Frisky the Snowman one. I don't know. I'm like, flashbacks. I don't ever want to see a carrot again. But anyway, yeah, I think that's it for this video. Come back tomorrow. We'll have another one ready for you. It'll be Smutmas Day 6 tomorrow. Yeah. Like this one if you want.
5.
No. Today is Smutmas Day 5.
No, because I just did. We just. Anyways. Whatever.
Something will come out. Okay, bye.